Good evening, everyone. Now we would like to discuss on the movie review Catch Me If You Can that we watched last week.
Okay, would you like to say your review on the movie you watched?
Maybe I can start my present on the movie review first.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Now I would like to share my opinion on this movie Catch Me If You Can. As I said last week, nobody is born to be a bad guy. Same to the main character of this movie, framed by Leonardo, is not a natural criminal. In my opinion, the reason that encouraged him become a criminal is his family. He ran off his house after his parents divorced. Also, he afraid of the life without money, so he started to forging check to get money from bank. This let him can get the money in the shortest time. But in my opinion, Frank must make good use of his talent in the right field, but not using it to commit crime even though he's facing tough moments.
Oh, I agree with you. Okay, so the next person, Kun Young, what about your opinion?
Okay, yeah. My opinion, I also agree with Lim Zi. Yeah, if the main character Frank, his family, his mother and father didn't divorce, then uh, and it won't make him to make a living, like make a fake check and steal the money from the bank. And when I watched the movie, I realized that the main character feel lonely after uh, his father and mother divorced, and at the even Christmas Eve, the Frank called the car reached the FBI, and he want to say something because he feel lonely. And at that moment, I also feel sad for him. Yeah.
I feel sad too. I almost cry. Okay. Okay. Okay, continue.
yeah. But in the end, Frank become friend with Carl, who catch him because I think the FBI is understand Frank, so FBI also give him a work to make a living, and he helped the FBI to catch the people who also make the crime like him. And this movie also based on a true story, and I think this movie is quite inspiring. Also, think, and that's my opinion. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jiang. Okay, next person, Iza. What's your opinion?
I think actually this movie kind of sad because how Frank Abagnale faced difficulties, and when he actually live a happy life, suddenly mom and dad divorced. That was so sad. He was not expected that.
That was sad.
and how he go through his life. Yes, maybe he took a wrong direction. But yeah, at that if we at his place, maybe we will do worse than he do. I think that's my opinion. This movie is kind of sad. Movie.
I almost cried twice. Okay. Azri Hanif, what's your opinion?
So this is a very interesting movie. It gives us a moral value, and we can take an inspiration to the motivate ourselves based on this movie. So for me, the character is very unique, which is Frank, because he is very confident that he venture into a diversity of occupation. For example, that he became a doctor, a pilot, and also a lawyer that he claimed to graduate from the Harvard. So this show us that he really confident being something that he is not qualified of. This movie also show us that if you're not good at something, there is other way that you can success in your life, because different people has a different characteristic or talent. For example, if you not perform in the education, maybe you can perform in business. You can be an entrepreneur. So the cinematographer in this movie is quite nice. People can understand the situation of the scene. Thank you.
That's a very professional opinion. All right, moving on to Siti Razwani.
Okay, in my opinion, I really like the way the story progressed, like how he became like really smart and slick with street and more, even though as a scam artist. And I really like his way of like charming people so that people can like him. Uh, and finally, I really love how this movie become right when Detective Carl caught him and put him in his jail. But then Frank helped the FBI to catch another person that also a scam artist. Um, and lastly, I think that the friendship that Carl and Frank built was like really beautiful because it shows that Carl really trusts Frank enough to like just let him go, but Frank still like come back to the FBI and work for them. That's all.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, moving on to Siti Noraisha.
Okay, for me, this movie, which is Catch Me If You Can, it is in a sense inspiring with its amazing storytelling and has great performance. It is worth a watch for audience who want to know something impossible has happened in reality. It is also a great story based on real life. For plot on this movie, it is very interesting and strong plot. Also keep the audience on the toes. From content to direction and to acting, the movie was simply thumbs up. It totally turns you to another world by the suspense and the mood of it. And Leonardo and Tom make it more wonderful. And overall, I really recommend this movie.
I agree. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay, the next person, Nur Hidayah. What's your opinion?
So I am glad that we choose this movie because it's very interesting and different from another movie. So I did some research about the director, So this crime movie was directed and produced by a billionaire filmmaker named Steven Spielberg, from a book that was written by Jeff Natterson on 2002. So basically, for me, this movie is like he plays a game of hide and seek or cat and mouse throughout this movie with Henretti, the FBI agent. This movie tells the story of Frank W. Abagnale Jr., who is just a kid as he pretends to be a school teacher. After his parents divorced, he ran away and started a new life as an imposter. When he started pretending to be a co-pilot, a doctor, and a lawyer, the way he does all that is very brilliant, and for sure, people who watch it will make people who watch it mind blown. On how intelligent he is, and not to forget, he also funny and charming. So no wonder why it is very easy to see all the women fall for him. I think that's all from me.
Okay, moving on to Fian Ashraf. What's your opinion on the movie?
Okay, for my opinion for this movie, firstly, I quite surprised for the main character, Frank, because even though he's so young, but he still can manage to lie everybody, even though with a lawyer like Father Brenda. So he actually a good guy, but at the same time bad guy. He a good guy because he want money because he think that the parent still not divorced, so he want to collect more money to help the father because the father already broke, but actually the parent already divorced, so he quite uh, disappointed, and he think that the money cannot bring the happiness for me. So overall, the ending is very good, and the relationship between Frank and Carl also good, even though they are enemies, but they finally become a good partner. That's all from me.
Okay, that's a good opinion. I agree with you. Okay, to the next person, Siti Aisyah. What do you think about the movie?
Okay. For me, the movie was me a lot. I know that his parents were divorced, so that just because of him living like that might become a consequence because he just like want to show his disagreement about the divorcement. But then that his life, so I think he should change his life to become a better person instead. And then we should use our intelligence for a good intentions. And then yeah, the movie shows us that places like chickens come home to roost. It's like yeah, at the last we will a bad guy will also be caught at will be caught at the end. Yeah, I think that's all from me.
Okay. Okay, so my opinion on the movie is that I wasn't really having much expectation on the movie because like the intro part is just so boring and I don't know what's going on. So I thought it's just like no for me. But then it got to the middle part where he starts going to become a pilot. So I thought, what's going on? What's happening there? And then he just go do this and that start doing bank fraud. And I was surprised because um I keep forgetting that Frank is actually just a 17-year-old boy because when you look at him, he doesn't seem 17. He seems like 25 or something because he's so handsome. He's like that kind of age, he's that kind of age. So I just don't think that Leonardo DiCaprio actually should play Frank because he don't look 17. He just look too old for that. Yeah. But overall, it's a good story, and like I said, I almost cried twice, and I try not to, but I almost cried twice, especially at the part where Frank Frank know that his father died, and he start having a breakdown, and I almost have a breakdown too, but I hold on until the end. And the fact that Carl Henry and Frank start having like a father-son relationship, it really warms my heart. Okay, that's all for my opinion. So are we going to discuss about the next movie we're gonna watch?
Yes, I guess. We can discuss now.
So I thought that, okay, what was next January that we should watch? Because I personally, after all those drama, I want to watch something good, something like fantasy or comedy. That would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same,
I don't want to
same.
cry another
I
time.
want to.
I'm tired of drama.
Okay. Iza, what's your opinion on our next movie? What should we watch?
Wait, I wanna
Oh, very well
see
then. I think we should.
I wanna see the list.
Or maybe we should hold the discussion for next week. Does everyone
Yeah, I
agree?
think
Do we
so.
hold the discussion for
Maybe we
next
can
week?
hold it.
All right. All right then. I guess this marks our end of discussion. Anyone want to say anything? No? All right then. Bye. See you in the next meeting.
See you too. Bye.